Fixtures here, bringing you my Hyundai A-League Fixture review for Week 3, and let's get into things. The first game of the weekend saw my team, Melbourne Victory, lose 1-0 away from home to Newcastle Jets. David Carney scored a magnificent goal with 15 minutes left to play after a ball was rolled to him from a free kick. He then shot the ball and scored, beat everyone in the box. The Hunter Stadium curse continues, and what else can you do? I have reviewed that game already. I will leave a link in the description below. Be sure to check that out. The second game of the weekend saw Wellington Phoenix beat Brisbane Roar 3-2 in New Zealand during the early Saturday kickoff. Brisbane opened up the scoring with a goal from Petratos just before the half-hour mark. He finished off a great team goal which involved the likes of Browich, Matty Mackay and Jack Hingett. 10 minutes later, McGlinchey scored a great free kick which saw him beat Jamie Young. Obviously, Jamie Young was in goal because Michael Theo is out with his quad strain. He should be back this weekend though. You'll see that in my A-League preview. Krishna scored not long after the second half started with good counter-attacking play from Wellington. Brisbane equalised at the half-hour mark after a corner wasn't cleared well from the Wellington defence. Jade North took his shot and kept it low, which saw the ball beat Wellington Phoenix goalkeeper Glenn Moss. Although that wasn't the final say, because substitute Blake Powell managed to score the winning goal by getting a tap in from close range. A good win for Phoenix, which shows they are trying to prove to the FFA why they deserve a 10-year license expansion. You know, obviously Wellington Phoenix are having their issues off the field at the moment, with the FFA trying to renew their A-League license. FFA will only give them 4 years, Wellington want 10. So let's see if the results and the stability of Wellington do produce what they want. Although this result does see Brisbane lose their first game of the season, and it sees them drop from the top of the table as well. You'll see that later in the episode. The third game of the weekend saw Sydney FC beat Western Sydney Wanderers 1-0 in the Sydney Derby. We've had two derbies in 2 weekends, and both derbies have had a capacity or attendance of 40,000 plus people. It shows you how dominating the derby fixtures are in the A-League, and how much we thrive on derby day. But Sydney FC did come out on top in their biggest fixture of the season so far. Western Sydney looked like they were going to take the lead into the halftime break through a goal, but it was called offside. It was devastating for the Western Sydney Wanderers fans. You know, it was a very close call. Do you guys think that Nichols was offside, or do you think he was onside? Let me know in the comments section below. Personally, I think he was offside. His arm, his shoulder and his leg were offside technically. They were in the goal scoring opportunity, therefore that is classed as an offside decision. But, you know, do you think it was? Do you think that should be changed? Let me know in the comments section below. Although, after that, Sydney FC managed to break the hearts of their rivals after Ninkovic received a chip ball from Brandon O'Neill. He then shoots across goal and puts the ball into the back of the net. The win sees Sydney FC top the table. That's correct, Sydney FC at the top, and it still sees them unbeaten so far this season. May I add, the only team unbeaten this season. Western Sydney sit winless on the bottom of the table, and questions are being asked about what has happened over the off-season. Why is this poor form still continuing, and when are things going to turn around? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. The first game on Sunday saw Melbourne City FC take on Central Coast Mariners at Amy Park, which ended in a 3-1 win for the home team. Melbourne City took an early lead through captain Patrick Kuznorbo, who scored a headed goal after losing his marker during a free kick. Fitzgerald then equalised for Central Coast 2 minutes later when he shot from distance. Sorensen managed to get fingertips to the ball, but it wasn't enough to stop the ball from finding the net. Fornaroli managed to score a brace for City. His first goal was a sliding effort which saw him send Izzo the wrong way, and his second effort saw him have his back to goal. He took a touch and shot. Izzo did connect with both hands, but it was not enough to deny a goal, deny a brace for Fornaroli, and give Melbourne City the 3-1 win. It was a good result for Melbourne City, which sees them climb up in the table, while Central Coast are still struggling to find their second win of the season, but they are already off the mark. And the final game of the weekend saw Perth Glory continue their form from the FFA Cup with another win and another 3-1 win, this time against Adelaide United. Sydney Sciola, who just passed his fitness test before the squads were decided, opened up the scoring for Perth Glory with 1 minute to go before the half. Sandor played a lovely through ball to Sciola, which saw him one-on-one with John Hall. Sciola kept his composure. He was calm, cool, collective, eases the ball past John Hall to make it 1-0 going into the break, and it was excellent finish from him. Fernandez scored the second goal for Glory on the hour mark after a lovely play from Captain Garcia. He chipped the ball into the top left corner, which saw him beat Hall, which was the second time of the evening. It was also his first ever A-League goal, so congratulations to him for getting the duck off his back. Diego Castro made it 3-0 10 minutes later after another attacking move from Garcia. Garcia put in another good cross. He was exceptionally well in that game, setting up 2 of the goals for Perth Glory. Castro received the ball at the back post and hit it first time. I can't remember who the other striker was in the box. He was going to take it. Castro told him to leave it. He did, and Castro put the ball in the back of the net. Although that wasn't it, because Adelaide did manage to get 1 goal back through an unfortunate own goal from Diego Ferreira. Ferreira lost the ball in the middle of the pitch. He tried to get back and help the defence. Unfortunately though, the ball was kicked, it was crossed into the box, and unfortunately it did hit him on the head and he did score the own goal. So unfortunate there for Perth Glory not to keep the clean sheet. But checking things now, we will go on to the table. And as it stands, Sydney FC top the table, unbeaten so far on 7 points. Brisbane Roar do lose top spot. They now sit in second. Obviously, it's only early days. Anything could happen this season. Wellington Phoenix see themselves sitting in third. Very good from them. Obviously on 6 points as well. And Newcastle Jets have 2 wins so far this season, and they see themselves sitting in fourth. So an excellent start to the season from Newcastle Jets under new coach Scott Miller. Very good stuff from them. The 2 Melbourne teams sit in the middle of the table, 5th and 6th. City are above Victory, but it's only on goal difference. They're both on 4 points, both with almost the same statistics. So there you go there. Perth Glory are in 7th after picking up their first win of the season. Very good job for them. Central Coast see themselves drop into 8th. They still have their 3 points on the table though. -2 goal difference already is not good. Adelaide United surprisingly down in 9th position. I thought they'd be a bit higher up than that, especially considering they won the FFA Cup last year, and seeing how strong a squad they have. It's disappointing, but I'm sure they will find their form somewhere else. And Western Sydney Wanderers do sit on the bottom of the table, continuing their disappointing form from last season. They've not won yet. They see themselves sitting on 1 point, and obviously they are conceding too many goals. And I will show you here, just on the right, we have the top 5 goal scorers. Bruno Fornaroli leads with 3 goals, then 4 separate players with 2, Roy Krishna, Fabio Ferreira, Grigori Sandor, and David Carney. But that is it for now. My name has been Chivos. Leave a like if you have enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I'll catch you guys on another Hyundai A-League video.